Torah teaches us that there are times when we must bend like a reed in the breeze, and times when we must stand strong and stiff like an iron wall, unyielding despite the wind's tremendous force. In Chicago, Illinois in 1979, a small group of young Lubavitch parents contemplated the education of their children. Tonight, we honor this dedicated group, the founding families of the Seymour J. Abrams Cheder Lubavitch Hebrew Day School. When it comes to a child's education, the earliest influences shape the entire life of that precious neshama. By creating a loving environment with the highest standards of Yiddishkeit and Chassidishkeit, we empower the next generation to take the Jewish nation to the greatest heights.
We had a very close-knit community. At that time, there were only 4, 5, 6 Lubavitcher families. So we only had, the first class had 5 or 6 girls. And we wanted to have a school, which was Altar Sakedesh, which was a school the Rebbe would be proud of, that we could raise our kids in a Chabad education.
If you are making a school, it has to be the best. And that was the theme of making Cheder from then and always. Not just to take the beauty, the warmth, the inspiration of what Chabad and the Rabbeim have given us to make a Chabad school, but the school has to be the best.
When we started the Cheder, we knew we had to have a good principal. So we had heard there's this Rabbi Wolf in Detroit, and he would be probably a fitting candidate. So we decided we have to make him an offer that would be difficult for him to refuse. So we got together, 4 of us, and we decided we're each going to put in $5,000. We'll be able to offer him $20,000. And we thought that would be something that would be an outstanding offer.
I came to Chicago in the summer of 1982. It was with the blessings of the Rebbe, and the little Chabad community in Chicago asked me to come and take their preschool and continue with an elementary school. I was a teacher for a half a day. I developed curriculum, observed teachers, and raised funds. It was a long day, but thank God we had success, and we kept on increasing our enrollment every single year.
Values was the attraction, that you could have small classes with solid values and you know, a Hamisha, old worldly school atmosphere, and I think that was very appealing to people.
I think one of the great achievements was when Rabbi Aaron Soloveitchik, or Rav Again of Aaron Soloveitchik, Olav Shalom, who was the preeminent scholar in Chicago, and when he made the decision that his grandchildren should be part of that Cheder, that was something that the community were in awe.
Between New York and California, there was very little, there may be some, but very little. And once the Cheder started growing and the reputation for good education came out, then people started moving here either on their own or when they had possibilities. People kept moving here for all kinds of reasons, but the main reason was because of the fact that they could have chinuch.
I remember the tremendous joy we had when we finally had our first graduating 8th grade class. It was indeed a celebration, not only for the parents that saw their children go through the elementary school and graduate. It was a celebration for the whole community.
I never dreamt in my wildest dream that the Cheder would be then what it is today.
Never imagined that the Chicago would grow into a big, vibrant Lubavitch community, because there's only was a few of us. The Cheder was the first establishment that made and the cause of many Lubavitchers starting to move into Chicago.
It was a challenge, but it was thanks to the founders of the Cheder, these 4 families, exceptional people, who were dedicated and devoted to the school, making sure that the school will continue to grow and will be a success.
Tonight, we honor the founding families of the Seymour J. Abrams Cheder Lubavitch Hebrew Day School. Every parent undertakes the awesome task of educating his or her children. These founding families banded together not only to educate their children, but to set up an infrastructure for a Hasidic community in the city of Chicago. The seeds planted 35 years ago are felt every day as the community rapidly expands and the Cheder grows with tremendous success.
To look into each Cheder classroom and to see the Rebbe or the Moro or the teacher with such enthusiasm, such dedication, total devotion to each and every student. I think that's what makes Cheder very special. And every one of the staff, every one of the supporters, every one of the parents deserves tremendous credit for growing Cheder, for seeing that vision today and not stopping, because we have not reached our pinnacle of success. There's still many more students that need this type of education, and God willing, they'll have it.